Well, hello everyone. Winter, nighttime, making a video about what a dickhead Thunderfoot is feels like old times. I'll make this brief, as brief as I can. I want to focus very narrowly on Thunderfoot's video, How Atheism is Poisoning Feminism, Part 2, in which he goes after a Secular Student Alliance activist. Someone you'd think you'd want to encourage, someone who wants to promote the values of secularism in our educational institutions in which they're needed most. Very strange. But I just wanted to bring up a few very narrow points around his understanding of free speech as he expresses it. He's very big into no blocking anybody ever. Never mind that he blocks people on Twitter, he's blocked people on YouTube, he's blocked people. He unblocks them when people yell about it for long enough. But he apparently feels it's okay to do sometimes. At least when he does it. But there's an important thing about free speech that he never really addresses. He talks about competing in the marketplace of ideas. There's an important part of that, and that's being visible in the marketplace of ideas. That's being able to express your idea completely and coherently. And part of that is being heard, and part of that is being able to finish your sentence without someone yelling over you or derailing your discussion. And I submit that a YouTube video and its comments are all part of the same presentation, and that some people, like me, like to have the back and forth and debate and crazy, and some people like to keep their discussions very narrowly focused, and some people are disgusted by the 500 character comment limit and say, if you want to do this, you can discuss it on my blog where you can post 2,000 character screeds or longer. You see, not only do you have the ability, the same way you have the ability to not only write the speech for your video, write the script, but what images you put up, what transitions you use, the context you present the information in. A YouTube channel is the context you are presenting your information in, and it is perfectly acceptable to do that. And if it isn't, then you're just a thin-skinned dick. You know. But, oh, and especially with, like, your absolute biggest fan, aside from Integral Math maybe, Amit, of many names, who has been stalking Coughlin for years, he has demonstrated ad nauseum that all you have to do is create a new account, and that doing so is ridiculously easy. So it really is kind of strange, given the petabytes of information that's out there on the internet, someone blocking you from adding more in the exact position you want when it doesn't belong to you, and you are not the custodian of that space and they are. That seems a little childish. As a matter of fact, it reminds me of two people. It reminds me of Sarah Palin, who objected that people who were criticizing her and yelling about how what she was saying was outrageous and stupid and lies about the death panel thing, that they were infringing her free speech rights. And Rush Limbaugh, when people were using their free speech rights to go to his advertisers and say, this guy sucks and we're not going to buy your product because you're advertising with him, he was claiming that his free speech rights were being violated. That's the company you're keeping. But one more thing. There's one other person whose company you're keeping by picking on someone with, rather than going to her video and commenting, making a video on your channel and directing your loyal fans to her and portraying her rather than in a balanced fashion, but as something that is insidiously poisoning atheism. What you are doing is very much like what Rebecca Watson did, calling out Steph McGraw's comments as misogynistic as the speaker at a conference. You are not communicating, you are shouting down, and you are belittling and you are abusing power. Just as much as if someone tried to reply to you in a conversation or tried to speak to you in a conversation and you pulled out a megaphone and screamed in their face. You have pushed the signal to noise ratio to incredible lows. And I congratulate you on further becoming an incredible parody of yourself. I'd also like to, I have Thunderfoot's video linked below. I also have SiriusMind's video linked below, who has another analogy that is very good. And other than that, thank you for your time and attention. And by the way, the person who Thunderfoot called out, I'm going to link, the channel he links to is her personal vlog channel. She's better known on YouTube as LittleKropotkin, and I'll link to her channel below as well. Thank you for your time and attention, and long time no see.